Hello, everyone. Today we are going to ride across the Huey P Long Bridge. Right now we are on the West Bank Expressway, traveling from Westwego up. The train is there up ahead. This is 9 Mile Road. It doesn't even look like it's moving, so we're going to take another route. Coming around back to the West Bank Expressway. This way that we're going to go is just going to avoid that train. So we getting on 90, going east. We still going to the Huey P Long Bridge. We just taking another way. And if you go left right here at this red light, you'll be headed back to Westwego, the Marrero way. And this way that we going, we are going to veer off to the right to go towards the Huey P Long Bridge. But to the left would be Avondale, Louisiana. You can see the traffic going both ways. So the way we headed is towards Bridge City and the Huey P Long Bridge. Now, we take this route when there are issues with the Crescent City Connection Bridge going to New Orleans from the West Bank. So this is our alternate route. If anything happens on that bridge and we get backed up for any reason, we come to Huey P Long Bridge. Now this isn't the bridge yet, it's just up ahead. So the Huey P Long Bridge is named after Mr. Huey P Long. He was the governor of Louisiana from the 1920s, from 1928 to 1932. He was the governor. This area right here is Bridge City. The Huey P Long Bridge is located in Bridge City, Louisiana. Population in 2023 was 7,258 for Bridge City. It's a very small city. All right, so as you can see, if you look up, you can see the railroad. So trains have access to the Huey P Long Bridge as well. So Mr. Huey P Long, who is named after, he was born in 1893 and assassinated in 1935. So if you look up Mr. Huey P Long, he had a lot of shady dealings. So he was murdered in 1935. So he was the governor 1982 to 1932, and he was a senator from 1932 to 1935. All right, so a little bit about this bridge. Huey P Long Bridge used to just be 2 lanes. They did a lot of expanding, so this doesn't even look like the old bridge. This bridge was expanded to 3 lanes back in 2013. So if you were a driver and you live on the West Bank, or you traveled in this area before 2013, these used to be 2 tiny lanes. And when I say tiny, I mean you would come on this bridge praying that you were the only person on it so you could kind of straddle between both lanes. It used to be like scary. And some people would drive it just for sport. But people like me, I would avoid this bridge. I mean, if I had to travel this bridge and the Crescent City wasn't open back in the day, I would be like, you know what, I ain't going. Just so I don't have to be on this bridge in traffic. It was bad back in the day, but it looks great now. So we are on the Huey P Long Bridge. And this bridge is our West Bank connection. So we came from Westwego and now we're coming down to the Harahan area. If you stay on this passageway, like we're on the Huey P Long, when you come down, it's Clearview. Clearview will take you all the way to Metairie. So if you wanted to, hit Metairie, maybe you're going to the airport or you're traveling the Baton Rouge area, you just stay on this path and you'll get closer to where you're going. So Jefferson, Louisiana is over to the right. You would have exited right there. But we're going to go over to Elmwood, to the shopping center. So Elmwood Shopping Center is all kind of outlet shopping. You have like a Zales outlet, you have food, you have your ice cream, all your local fast food places, Starbucks, McDonald's. They had a Chipotle, Buffalo Wild Wings. The only thing I don't think we have over here is like Japanese. So if you wanted like Chinese or Japanese, I don't think you can get those in this area. Not that I know of. But Mexican, we have all the other stuff in this Harahan, Elmwood area. There's a Smoothie King. Urgent Care. We also have AMC Elmwood Theater in this area too. It's a nice big movie theater. So if you wanted to catch a movie, you could look that up and get a movie in this area as well. So it's great shopping. There's a Nike factory, TJ Maxx. There's even a fitness center, Elmwood Fitness Center. So it's a lot to do over in this area. So this again is Clearview. The street we're on is Clearview, and this street goes pretty deep. You pass Airline Highway, and you come to where you can hit Veterans Memorial Boulevard. So, say for instance, you wanted to go to Lakeside Mall in Metairie. This highway will take you to Vets, and when you get to Vets, you can make a right and find Lakeside Mall. That's where all of our good shopping at in this area. Whatever you need, you should be able to find it in Lakeside Mall. All right, so this area over here to the left is all of the shopping. You can find Best Buy. Here's Applebee's. Whatever you got a taste for is pretty much in this area. It's a great big shopping area over here. So just showing a little bit of this shopping area. We have TJ Maxx, Kirkland's. For the babies, we have Carter's. You have Bath and Body Works. We have a new Barnes and Noble's bookstore. That's new. PetSmart. Yep, so Elmwood Shopping Center. So if you're in this area, this is the River Ridge, Harahan, Elmwood area. So this alternative to, in New Orleans we have the River Walk. In New Orleans we have the shops at Canal Place for shopping. And then we have Mall in Metairie, Lakeside. And here we have the Elmwood Shopping Center. This is a lot of shops in this area. And then in Gretna, we have a not so awesome Oakwood Mall. It has just almost become nothing over the years, but we do still have a mall in Gretna, Louisiana called Oakwood. It's still up and running. So right now we are getting ready to leave the shopping area and head back to the Huey P Long Bridge. The Huey P Long Bridge was opened in 1935. So that bridge is almost 100 years old, and not too long ago is when they did the renovations, the reconstruction to it, which was much, much needed. So we're back on Clearview. And if you stay on this road, there's going to be a little way to veer off to the right. If you veer off to the right, just a little bit of the road, you will see Walmart. It's a nice big Walmart over here in Harahan. Oh, I'm sorry. There is a Chinese restaurant right past this light. So over here where Regions is, if you hang to the right, you will run right into a Chinese buffet. So I'm sorry. We do have Chinese in this area. All right, so we back on the Huey P. Long Bridge. Again, this bridge was expanded about 12 years ago. It used to not look anything like this. And I have a story I want to share briefly about this bridge. A few years back, maybe about 7 years ago, I was driving in the same lane, headed in the same direction. I had worked a full work shift. It was the end of the day, so traffic was getting kind of heavy, but it wasn't, super. It wasn't like bumper to bumper, but the traffic was getting heavy after everyone was getting off work. In this very lane, I'm driving. It was maybe two cars in front of me. An older lady stopped her car, looked over her shoulder, and stepped over the left side of this bridge. Now, I thought they had water under this bridge, but they do not. It's concrete. So I got to witness that some years back. It was horrific. I called 911 and was told at that time that other people had called too. So I wasn't the only one that had witnessed this. And the 911 operator did ask me to look over and tell her what I saw, and I did. And it took me some time to get that memory out of my head. I watched the news that night and I waited and waited for someone to tell me, from the news that this happened. I was like, telling people what I witnessed, but it never hit the news. I just Googled about the Huey P. Long Bridge to see if that, if there's such a thing. Nothing is listed online. And when I had a friend, I called and I talked to her and I asked her to ask her husband if it was reported. And he said yes. That incident with that lady was reported, but it did not make the news. And they do not make this public knowledge. This not something that they talk about, but a lot of those type of things do happen, not just on this bridge, but on bridges across the United States. This is a common thing. We may not hear about it, but people choose to go this way. Hey, everybody, kind of have their own way of thinking, I guess. But yeah, we are coming down the Huey P. Long Bridge. And right now we are in Bridge City. This bridge is in Bridge City, Louisiana. And if you veer off to the right coming up, you're going to be on River Road. you can go to Wagman, Louisiana, and all in this area is kind of like transit ways. You can get to Boutique, Louisiana, Avondale, Louisiana. So all of this is connected. You can get there via Bridge City, the Huey P Long Bridge, I'm sorry. Yeah, to the right is River Road. So it's a lot of like jobs off in this area. River Road employs a lot of people in the like riverboat captains and deckhands, those type of jobs. You'll find them on River Road. Those of us in this area that have to do any kind of evacuating during hurricane season also use River Road as a back way. If you don't want to catch I-10 and hit a lot of traffic, you can take River Road. It pretty much gets you out of the city to the Baton Rouge area. Anywhere that you're going off 10, you can get there from River Road. So we are going to now on this road, you can go straight again and get to Avondale, Louisiana. You can get in the left lane and hit Lapelco Boulevard, or you can stay in this lane, which is the right lane, and it veers back off into the West Bank Expressway. And the West Bank Expressway is how you can get to Marrero, Harvey, Gretna, and Algiers, or also to New Orleans. Keep straight if you want to go to Lapelco Boulevard or Avondale, and right will get you back to the West Bank Expressway. So Bridge City is a small little city. It's not very much like grocery stores and things like that. They do have a post office in Bridge City, but it's like, this as soon as you get in Bridge City, you're out of Bridge City. It's very small. And depending on when you come in this area, like after work hours, like 5 p.m., it's crowded. This back road is crowded in the evening, like on a work day. And as you can see, this light, it is new. That's something that was built within the last year to help us with traffic along this road. All right, so we back to Westwego. I want to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And we will talk soon.